It's playoff time in the Championship, and I am off to Norwich versus Leeds. This is your classic third versus sixth semi-final, with Leeds finishing the regular season with 90 points, 17 ahead of Norwich on 73. Leeds have to settle for the playoff route towards promotion, having been in the automatic race right up until the final day. Norwich, well, they started really slowly, but the final 6 months of the season saw them power up the table to take their spot in the top six. As if this being a playoff game isn't enough narrative, Leeds are managed by Daniel Farke, a two-time championship title winner with Norwich. Leeds won both regular season games against the Canaries, but ended the campaign with a run of one win in their last 6 games. Although Norwich hardly sprinted across the finish line themselves, they ended with a run of one win in 5 games. And, ladies and gentlemen, this is the playoffs. Enthralling, confusing, deranging, and elating fans for over 30 years now. Norwich have some good recent memories, winning promotion via their last playoff campaign back in 2015. Leeds, on the other hand, have a shocking playoff record. Plenty of League One misery, but in the second tier, they lost in the original format to Charlton back in the 80s, a Millennium Stadium final to Watford in the noughties, and most recently, and maybe most memorably, that insane collapse to Derby in the 2019 semi-finals. Some say they're unfair, some say they're a lottery. I say that's bollocks. This is nerve-shredding, this is brutal, this is winner takes all, agony or ecstasy. This is tournament football. This is the playoffs. Morning, everybody. It is playoff time. We are off to Norwich versus Leeds. 3-game tournament for these teams. Win it, and they're in the Premier League. Let's head to Carrow Road.
Morning, can I have a regular black Americano, no milk please?
Team news in, big headline. Johnny Rowe starts his first game in forever for Norwich. Absolutely brilliant in the first half of the season. Injury curtailed that. Yanulis in at left back for the Canaries. And after an interesting week, Shane Duffy starts at centre half. And Leeds team in as well. We knew there'd be no Bamford. Looks like Georgie Ruter is going to be playing up top for Leeds. All three of Grueff and Kamara and Gray are playing, so expect to see Gray in the advanced sort of number 10 role, but slightly different look for Leeds, who statistically are the joint best ever team to be in the playoffs with 90 points on the board. We're just getting up to the ground. Beautiful day for some playoff football.
The players, really great atmosphere in here. Playoff semi-final first leg is Norwich versus Leeds. Here we go. 5 gone. All Norwich started really well, forced a couple of set plays, got all the territory. Leeds just had a penalty shout with Nonto, but Norwich are going to want this to stay as is because they're very much putting Leeds under pressure in the first 5-6. Best chance of the game there, Josh Sargent. Nice move from Norwich down the right, it's dinked up. Looks like he tries to get too much power on it, heads it wide from inside the 6-yard box. Oh, Norwich going to be made to really not making the most of this good start. 0-0.
We're 10 from half time. Daniel Farke's switched his 2 wide players around, just trying to get something going. Leeds had one disallowed for offside. Ruter was the guy who got flagged and was played through by Nonto, ball in the net. Otherwise, it is still Norwich on top in this one. They need to get something from what's been a very good first half. Half time here, playoff semi-finalists. Norwich 0, Leeds 0. For Norwich were
by far the better side really for at least the first sort of 30-35 minutes of this first leg here at Carrow Road. It didn't make massive chances, but the one for Sargent header on the back post probably would have been a deserved lead for Norwich. I really spent the first 30 minutes thinking Leeds haven't turned up at all, but this is the playoffs and it gets cagey, and they did come back into it in the last sort of 10 minutes of that half, and they've got plenty of quality. Gets very interested now as to what either manager wants to take to the second leg on Thursday. At the moment it's 0-0, but probably a bit of a sense if you're a Norwich fan of a missed opportunity there in the first half. Half time here, 0-0. Leeds on top now, 10 into the second half. Firpo and Somerville and Kamara are all combining together nicely. Do they go for the goal, or do they take the clean sheet back to Ellen Rowe? Be interesting to see the approach from Daniel Farker as time ticks on in this one. 0-0. Oh, best chance of the game so far for Leeds. Somerville getting right in on the left-hand side. Angus Gunn stands up well, makes the save. David Wagner's gone to the bench now. Fusnack in for Johnny Rowe. 60 gone, 0-0 Leeds now in the ascendancy. Well, that's 80 up on the clock now. I'd say Leeds are probably the more likely, but this is tournament football, and how much do you really want to go for it and risk going into the second leg behind? It's going to be a cagey last 10, 0-0. And there you have it. Norwich 0, Leeds 0 in the playoff semi-final first leg. Cagey stuff. Good chance for Sargent, good chance for Somerville. Otherwise, precious little in it. Did either side do enough to win? I don't know. Norwich certainly had the best of the first half hour. Leeds purred a little bit in the second half. But did either side want to lose this one? Absolutely not. I suppose now you make Leeds favourite. One-off game at Elland Road to get through. Their home form was imperious for the most part this season, but defeats to Blackburn and Southampton towards the end of the campaign have to be taken into account. And also, David Wagner did this before, didn't he, when he was the Huddersfield boss? 0-0, 1-1, 0-0. Penalty shootouts ahoy, and took Huddersfield to Wembley. Can he do the same to Wembley, to the Premier League? Can he do the same with Norwich City? Everyone's going to reconvene on Thursday. Let me know your takes in the comments on where that leaves things. Still in the balance, or do you agree with me? Leeds probably just favourites now to get into the final. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back with watch-alongs probably of both the other semis on Thursday and Friday as this game works itself out up at Elland Road, and it will be Southampton West Brom second leg that is about to kick off very soon, and I'm going to take it in on the radio on the way back. Thank you all for watching.